A world-first, international study led by researchers at Peter MacCallum Cancer Center has identified why some ovarian cancer patients become resistant to treatment, paving the way for new techniques to treat the deadly cancer.
U.S. modeling found that climate change could increase the likelihood of 2 tropical cyclones impacting the same coastal region within 15 days across the U.S. Atlantic and Gulf coasts by the end of the century.
Humans and wildlife are likely to get into more deadly conflict around the world as the climate changes, according to international experts. The team analyzed case studies of human-animal conflict across every continent except Antarctica. What causes it and the kind of damage it does.
Throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, epidemiologist Dr. Susie Wiles and illustrator Toby Morris worked together to harness the power of visual communication for public health. The ubiquitous and impactful graphics helped disseminate messages like, "Stop the spread," "Flatten the curve," and "Break the chain," throughout Aotearoa and around the world.
Artificial intelligence has made a giant leap into our rubbish bins, with smart bin sensors now providing useful information that can be fed into a neural model, helping authorities to make waste collection more efficient, sustainable, and healthier. The University of South Australia research is published in the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health.
Babies born preterm decreased and stillborn rates remained unchanged during the first 4 months of COVID-19 lockdowns, according to a large-scale international study. The research of 52 million births from 26 countries, published in Nature Human Behavior, reported a 3 to 4% reduction overall in preterm births, averting almost 50,000 preterm pregnancies during the first month of lockdown alone.
Common artificial sweetener erythritol could be linked to heart disease, according to international researchers who tested the blood of over 100 people undergoing heart risk assessments. Following up 3 years later, the researchers say participants who had higher levels of compounds in their blood that looked like artificial sweeteners, particularly erythritol, were more likely to have a higher risk of heart attack and stroke.
Although Australia and New Zealand recorded their first cases of herbicide resistance around the same time, Australia has since then had many more cases of herbicide resistance than New Zealand, potentially due to a couple of factors that have shielded NZ thus far. However, NZ researchers say there's more evidence that greater resistance problems are growing within NZ's crop growing and grape growing industries, and call for more research and testing.
Australia needs to establish national, coordinated leadership now to mitigate the threat of superbugs, according to a new report from the Australian Academy of Technological Sciences and Engineering, ATSE, and CSIRO. The report looks at the technologies we need now and, in the future, to combat the rise of antimicrobial resistance, AMR, which estimates say could kill 10 million people each year by 2050. And cost the world economy $100 trillion United States dollars.
Tropical cyclones are one of the most devastating natural hazards for coastal areas, causing damage through strong winds, heavy rainfall and storm surges. How climate change affects these features of storms is complex. Most studies focus on the impact of climate change on single storms, while the risk of compound events, an event where two tropical cyclones impact the same location within a short time period, is not well understood.